The fight against Ebola is a race against time, but a UT professor is working around the clock to develop what could be the first ever Ebola vaccine.
It's proved successful in all animal trials. In West Africa right now, more than 1,500 people have died from the virus. And yesterday we learned a third American doctor has contracted it and is back in the U.S. tonight for treatment. There is currently no cure for Ebola. As
KITV's Dita Payton reports, this potential vaccine could not have come at a better time.
This lab at UT Austin is where Dr. Maria Croyle and her team spend most of their time.
I probably sleep on the average 4 hours a night and have for years.
For 7 years, they've been working on a vaccine for the deadly Ebola virus.
When I first got this project or took it on in 2007, everybody wasn't really convinced that this was something, that was all that important.
The initial assignment from the National Institutes of Health was more about the threat of bioterrorism than an organic outbreak.
If something happened and, Ebola was used as a bioweapon, we had things that would be protective.
Today, she's battling the clock on a life or death situation that has taken hundreds of lives in West Africa.
It was part of the reason why I came here. I researched Dr. Crow and decided to go to this lab to be part of this.
So far, her team is succeeding.
We've developed a vaccine that is easy to administer, that is relatively long-lasting.
My original idea was why don't we make a vaccine that's candy-based?
This is a prototype for the oral vaccine, similar to a breath strip. It goes under the tongue and rapidly dissolves. This is the first of its kind for vaccine use, which is so valuable in a third world country.
Giving them something that isn't a shot or an injection to people that are already scared, it was something he was really interested in.
Their vaccine recently passed the animal test in mice, guinea pigs, and primates.
The true, proof in the pudding is you have to actually expose the animals to Ebola.
The animals were sent to biosafety level 4 labs for the Ebola testing. None of the Ebola exposures were conducted in Austin.
Galveston did a lot of our rodent, so mice and guinea pig testing. The group in Canada actually were responsible for our primates.
We knew that we did what everyone said couldn't be done. And now all of a sudden there's an outbreak and everyone is looking around for what do we do?
Their next goal is a clinical trial.
We know there is a desperate need to get what we've been working on for so long out to the people that actually need it.
Dita Payton, KITV News.